What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Well, we are back like we never left, y'all. Ready to Love season. Sorry, Ready to Love season 5. This is, instead of Ready to Love DC, they calling this Ready to Love DMV, child. Which it's the same thing. Listen, if you live in this area, it is all the same. Okay. But let's go through who we have, and then we'll talk about how this whole thing went down. So first of all, instead of having 20 men and 20 women, we only have 7 men and 7 women. But I really feel like we're going to end up, by the time it's all over said and done, I feel like they're going to add some people. Actually, I know they're going to add some people and all of that. So, child, y'all know they playing games. They mixing it up. They got to give us something different, make it look different, all that good stuff. So, we start off with Paul. Paul is 48. He's a software engineer. Paul is the Corey of this season. I don't think he's as bad as Corey, but he had the corny jokes. He was like, "Call me PO. I'm the postman." That stands for post office because I always deliver. For real, Paul. Like, you had time to think of something, and that's what you came up with. And of course, everybody kept saying PO mean like parole officer, because if I hear PO, that's what I'm thinking is parole officer, sir. Dakaya, she's 39. She's a systems analyst. Tiffany is 37. It says mobile education center. I don't even know what the hell that means. I mean, does that mean that she runs a mobile education center? Does that mean that she created a mobile? I don't know what that means. But I'm interested, I guess, to find out more. I don't know if we will, but now Tiffany is from a small town in Virginia called Emporia. Now I know Emporia. If you drive down to North Carolina, you pass the exit for Emporia. So I mean, I never been there. I don't think, maybe to stop and get gas or something. But she said it's a small town. Now she has 2 sons, and she said that. Now in her intro, she was like, that she likes to touch and she likes to be touched and she's ready. But then later on in the episode, I don't know if the reality hit her or what was really going on, but she seemed to get a little reserved. She said that her sons have seen her hurt and they don't want her hurt again, and she's just scared of being hurt. So I don't know. That's interesting. Then we have Wiley. His middle name is Clarence. He said I'm sorry. He's named after his uncle or grandfather, somebody, and his first name was Clarence, middle name was Wiley. And he was like, "I'm so glad that my mama didn't name me Clarence." And I was just like, dang, my ex-boyfriend name is Clarence. That's messed up. But he hated his name too, so I guess that makes it okay. Anyway, he is an athletic director for a charter school here in the area, and he's also a musician. He played football at Virginia Tech, and Wiley is young. Wiley's 32. He's a young guy. Then we have Fernando, who's 34. Now, Fernando, it says that he is a risk analyst. He's from Baltimore. y'all y'all gotta meet me over on the panel down to Kamisha Reviews Saturday morning or early afternoon. I think 12:45, because I got some stuff to say. I like Fernando, and they're gonna always say that I like that. I know what they're gonna say about, but I like Fernando. I really did. I like Fernando. Keena is 39. She's a budget analyst. Keena looked like, I don't mean physically. That's not what I'm saying. Because everybody is nice looking. I'm not doing the looks thing. But Keena personality seemed very bust through the door. I'm here now. What? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Demetrius, 42, is a government contractor. He is formerly in the military. He's divorced. He said that, he had some self-esteem issues early on, and there was definitely infidelity, him seeking that approval, seeking that acceptance, and he said he's in a better place. He's been to therapy, and that has definitely helped him get to that next spot. Now we have Precious. She's 34. She's an IT consultant. Now Precious say that she want that Martin Gina kind of love, and I already know that she in trouble, because don't nobody want that. Martin and Gina. Martin was so rude and disrespectful to Gina. She should have left him a million times. Martin and Gina. I mean, I know it's a comedy show, y'all, but I'm just saying, of all the black couples, Martin and Gina, that's what we doing. Okay. Maybe that's what she wants, child. Maybe that's what she wants. Then we meet Laverne. Laverne is a former bodybuilder. He's a lead technical analyst, a lead tech analyst. Y'all, these titles, they came up with some. Listen, we've talked about this before in these shows. They come up with the fanciest name for these jobs. I mean, they got a whole lot of analyses and analysts and it's a lot of fancy names for, I'm sure, some basic shit. But okay. Now Laverne is nice looking too. I like Laverne. Laverne is 44. At one point, Laverne ended up just holding court, right? He was sitting in the corner, and I like how you did it, Laverne. He put himself in a place where there was only one other seat. So if somebody wanted to come and talk to him, the women had to like actually ask somebody else to leave so they could sit down. And it was like a whole revolving door situation. I saw how you did that, Laverne. He said he didn't do it on purpose, but it don't matter. It worked out. Sabrina is 36. She is an executive for a nonprofit. Clifton. Now, Clifton is the teddy bear. Clifton came through looking swole in all the right places with this nice glistening beard and his deep baritone voice. My only problem with Clifton was that he was not dressed for the occasion. Clifton came through in a t-shirt and some nice little slacks with some loafers. Clifton, I'm gonna need you to dress the part, sir. I mean, a t-shirt though, a t-shirt. As someone who lives in t-shirts, I wear t-shirts all the time. But if I were going somewhere like that, yes, I would have a party dress on. Okay. He's a project manager consultant. You see what I'm talking about? These names. Joy is 41. Joy is singer. I said, okay, Joy. Ace is 37, and Ace is a philanthropist. Now, let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't know what a philanthropist is, then what a philanthropist is that's a fancy name for somebody who give away money. And it's generally their money. So I was like, okay, Ace, giving away money. Troy is 29, and Troy is into real estate. So as we were going through, and y'all know me, I'm still getting to know everybody, so I don't remember everybody's situation and everybody's story. But what I do know is that Troy tried to connect with Tiffany, but he felt like it was just that she was holding back, that she wasn't really opening up, and he couldn't really, get deeper. Fernando was talking to, I believe it was Precious, and she said she felt like she was just on a job interview. You are. Like, this is what I need people to stop doing. I know that they have the mixer, and I know there's a lot of pressure at the mixer, and I know that the way this show goes, somebody goes home at the end of the mixer. I get all of that. But stop acting like people are wrong for going down a checklist to figure out if you're somebody they want to spend time with. You have it is a speed date. And that's what Clifton said. He said this is like a speed date situation. So yes, you're going to say, hey, how old are you? Hey, do you want kids? Hey, what do you see? Like Clifton asked one of the, I don't remember which one it was now. I think maybe it was Sabrina. I don't know. But Clifton, it might have been Dakaya. But Clifton asked one of the people, like, listen, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I think, again, nobody's holding you to that. Nobody's going to say, oh no, when I talked to you, you said that you wanted to be here, here, and here. It is a conversation piece. It is something to open up the conversation for further inspection. So I didn't feel like that was fair to be like, oh, I just felt like I was on an interview. Because I feel like every year we get somebody that makes that comment about, like, we could just question, we could just talk. So you want me to just say it differently? Because if we talk and I'm still asking you questions, I don't know you. I don't know you. So at some point I got to get to know you. Because I don't know you. Right? I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so y'all know how this goes. 2 people are going home. 1 guy, 1 girl. So Tommy He went around talking to the ladies first, and the two names that came up at the bottom were Fernando and were Paul. Now I knew Paul wasn't going home because Paul is entertaining. They're going to keep Paul around for a couple of episodes. He may actually end up making a connection with somebody, but of course he came off very corny, and the ladies were like, "A boy, bye." Like that whole PO, like it was corny. But Fernando, they just didn't feel like, a lot of the ladies said his name, so it wasn't just that one example. But a lot of the ladies would just didn't necessarily click or connect with Fernando. Now Fernando ended up going home, but baby, listen, Fernando, if you like yourself a good old BBW with some luscious lips, because I liked Fernando. Fernando looked like a nice guy. Fernando talked about how his wife cheated on him. He said his wife cheated on him so bad that she brought other men into their home, and that she went down to a swingers resort, probably hedonism. Don't ask me how I know, just go with it. And didn't even invite him. He said, at least if you was going to go to a swinging resort, you could at least took your husband now. I said, that's some bullshit. You going to go on a swingers retreat where ultimately the idea is to have sex with other people, and you still don't take your husband? Fernando, call me, boo. We'll talk. We'll talk. So then it was the guys' turn. The ladies' turn. So they went around and they talked to the guys, and the two names that came up was Keena and Tiffany. Now I thought Ace's name, because Ace's name was thrown in there a few times, but the two names that were at the bottom were Tiffany and Keena. Now what I didn't like was that Tommy told the two ladies who they were at the bottom, but he didn't do that with the guys. He just named one guy. He didn't tell Paul your ass was in the bottom, okay? But he basically put Tiffany on notice. But Keena was the one who ended up going home. And I really wasn't shocked. I think by the end of the night, Keena was over it. She said that she had a headache and she was just trying to find somewhere to sit down, child. And other people sort of picked up on that vibe. Everybody said that Keena was like cool, homegirl vibe, but not really a clique. And she didn't seem to connect with anybody either. I don't feel like there was anybody in particular. So I didn't feel like she was upset. But I could be wrong. It just is a lot. And it is a long day. Like, you could literally tell they started during the day. It was hot. People were sweating. They was talking about how humid it was. And then it went well into the night. And this was summer. So if it went well into the night, it was well after 9-10 o'clock at night, for it to be completely dark. It was well after 9 o'clock at night. And it started probably early afternoon, maybe even earlier. But I could tell they were tired. And especially if you got a headache, like, that's a lot. So that's the first episode. And let me throw out a couple of names, and then we're going to let this one go. A couple of the top names that kept coming up. A lot of the guys said Sabrina's name. Paul said that that's his one that he's honing in, and that's who he want to be with. But her name, a lot of people mentioned her, so. And the guy's name, the one that a lot of the ladies called out, was Demetrius. So those are going to be the two people to watch out for, okay? Now, that's all I got. Join me Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning at Kamisha Reviews on YouTube for the panel where we're going to get down and dirty, and we're going to go there. So y'all meet me over there, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.